sweeties, today I'm going to make one of my favorite finger foods, and it's yam balls. And so to that I have my yam already cut and clean, breadcrumbs, onion, parsley, chili, garlic powder, corned beef, butter, cornflour, milk, some seasoning, grind spice, and eggs. And this is already clean with salt in this. I'm going to go ahead and boil it. My yam is ready and is hot, and this is the time that I would like to add in my butter so it would melt by itself, and my milk. I'm using the right amount of milk. If you're not sure how much milk you should add, you should do that bit by bit so it don't become too saggy. And the butter as well. If you add too much butter and you start to fry it, it's going to suck up the oil that you're using to fry. Okay, so I'm going to mash this up, and I don't want it too fine like a puree. I want it a bit, I want bits of pieces in there. So okay, this is not so bad. I think this is okay for me now. This is fine. And now I'm going to add everything. This is garlic powder, my chili, parsley, onion, and the amount needed is what I'm using. This is some seasoning, like vegetable seasoning, and my dry spice, my herb spice, whatever, and the corned beef. Mix, mix, mix till everything is well incorporated. Some people do add egg to their mixture like this, which makes it a bit more richer, but like this is also rich, so it's fine. I'm only saying this because you might want to add some egg into it, but you're good without the egg. So you can see this looks lovely already, so I'm going to go ahead and taste. Perfect. So what I'll do is I'll leave it to rest for about 5 to 7 minutes so it will cool down a bit, and then I'll begin to shape them up. Right, okay, so the yam mixture is cooled, and so I'm going to now shape them into my desired size. This is okay for me, just like so. And to make your job easier, yeah, when you make them stages. When you shape them, you place them on a tray or a board or whatever. When you are done with this step, and then you get your egg wash or whatever you want to do, that way is much easier rather than doing this and doing that at the same time, and it will be a bit messy. So I'm going to shape them and leave them on my board, and then we go to the next step like that. It looks so good and it tastes good. Okay, so look at how they look. I'm done molding, and the next step is to get the corn flour. You can use flour, but I prefer the corn flour or potato flour, whatever. And then you dip them like that. Shake the excess off. Yeah, you place them there. I'm going to do this to all of it like this. Put that here, because sometimes when you're doing this multitasking way of dipping it here and then you dip it in the egg and in your breadcrumbs into the oil straight, you sometimes is left behind with the one in the oil, and the one in the oil might end up burning. So I like to set them all ready. In that way, I'm just left to frying. So I'm just going to do all of this and then we do the next step. Now I'm done with dusting it with the corn flour. It's now time to egg wash them. So I'll dip them here and then in my breadcrumbs. So this is how it goes. In the egg wash with my left hand, and then into the breadcrumbs with my right hand. Okay, and I'm going to do this and then place it on another board or another tray, just that. I'm using panko. You can use regular breadcrumbs. This makes it a bit more crunchier on the outside. So in the egg wash, in the breadcrumbs, place it there. If you are allergic to egg, you can use milk. You can dip it inside milk if you're allergic to egg, okay? So I'm going to egg wash everything. Just that. Go. So this is what I'm going to be doing. Right, so I'm done coating the yum balls and it's time to fry. And this is how it looks. And I would also like to say that you can make this ahead of time. Like this, like you've done it this way. You put it on the tray or in a plate and place it in the freezer. When it's hot enough, you bag them in the freezer bag and then you put them in the freezer. All you have to do is fry them when you're ready. So it's just like the frozen food that is in the shops, all right? And so, yeah. And like I said too, if you're allergic to egg, you can use milk in place of the egg. You use evaporated milk, the tin milk, in place of egg, and you're good to go. So I'm going to heat up my oil and then get them ready to be fried. To fry, I'm going to place them one by one. And also please be sure your oil is at the right temperature, okay? And also don't overcrowd them, otherwise it won't fry. You just ruin your yum balls. All right, this should take about 5 minutes. Now it's been 5 minutes already and this is how it looks like. Just perfect. Ready. So all I'm going to do now is fry, collect them and fry. Remember, do not overcrowd them, otherwise you're done. And drop them in carefully. Also try to do deep frying, okay, so it will prevent you from doing the turning. While you're turning with this, it can just break it, and then that also will cause a problem. Okay, so do deep fry, enough oil to fry all around. After 2 minutes about so in the oil, you can turn it around so it doesn't burn on one side. Just look at this deliciousness. It's already just perfect, isn't it? Let me show you how it looks on the inside. Oh, look at that. Just beautiful. It's not dry, it's not soggy, it's just perfect, just how it's supposed to be like. Alright. Thank you for staying with me. Yam balls from Latifahcooks. I hope you try it.